3P Sports. I'm Dustin.
I'm Robert.
And today we're going to be talking about quarterbacks in the NFL. We just finished week 2 of the preseason, and we have a bunch of stuff going on with quarterbacks. First, let's start off with starting quarterbacks being named. Start off with Tennessee. They recently named Jake Locker the starter over Hasselbeck. What do you think about that?
That's pretty big. Jake Locker has been showing that he'd be the future of the Titans ever since he got drafted. So he showed a little bit when Hasselbeck got hurt last year, and he went in the game and made some good throws.
Yeah.
Now he basically showing that he can take over the spot at quarterback and become their starter, which is good.
Yeah, no, I was really surprised last year. He showed a lot of promise as a rookie, stepping into that starting role last year, and I'm not surprised because Hasselbeck's getting older.
Yeah.
So. And moving on to the Dolphins, they've had Matt Moore there last year, very inconsistent. They recently just named their rookie Tannehill the starter. You surprised by this at all?
Not even. Tannehill, they drafted him for the reason at pick 7 this year, and they drafted for him to be the starter. They were just waiting for him to get that signing, and then for him to have a couple weeks in training camp, and that's all it took was a couple weeks in training camp, even a couple preseason games, and boom, he's there. He's already the starter.
No, honestly, I thought he was. Coming out of the draft, I thought he was overrated because of the short amount of time he played at A&M. But he's really proved me wrong in the preseason. He's played very good, had a good training camp, and I'm not surprised either. So, speaking of the draft, let's talk about the #1 pick with Andrew Luck, who's done very well in his first 2 preseason games.
Yeah. He's done really good. He actually threw 2 interceptions. One of them wasn't really his fault. The receiver kind of threw that ball up in the air.
Yeah, those should never be on the quarterback.
After those 2 interceptions, though, each drive after, he took them down, marched them on a good drive, and they scored a touchdown.
Yeah, in each one.
On rushing plays, obviously, he didn't throw a touchdown, but he still drove the team down there, and it was great. I mean, he has a great arm bullet just to the slants are just he has a good arm. It's amazing watching him. Yeah, it's great.
Moving on from Luck, we have quarterback competitions going on. We have a big one in Arizona that dating back to last year with Kevin Kolb, who gets hurt a lot, and John Skelton, who can deliver the ball down the field. He has a good arm. So
yeah, I like Skelton better than I like Cobb. Cobb gets hurt way too much. He got hurt with the Eagles, and he's gotten hurt 2 or 3 times since being with the Cardinals. It's not very good.
He has a lot of injury problems.
Skelton has shown to be a good pocket passer. He can sit there and he can fling the ball downfield. So I mean, I like him. Skelton's pretty good, and he'll probably be the best fit for the Cardinals.
It works with that offense with Larry Fitzgerald, who loves to go get that deep ball. So that works. Also, quarterback competition, little bit north, we have Matt Flynn and Russell Wilson of the Seahawks going at it. I mean, they paid Matt Flynn a lot of money to go in there, and then they have their rookie, Russell Wilson, who's been having a good training camp. He's been doing good in preseason. Who do you think comes out of there?
Well, Russell Wilson was drafted to be the backup, but no one really expected him to shine in the training camp and to shine in the preseason. I thought Matt Flynn's going to easily have this job. Tavares Jackson's not very good, and he's already shown what he can do in Minnesota and in Seattle. So Russell Wilson might get this job. I mean, we don't know.
You never know.
And Matt Flynn might get it at the start of the season, and then as the season goes on, Russell Wilson might take over if Matt Flynn's not doing too good, and Russell Wilson's showing up in practice, doing really good, and getting that second-string job.
Yeah, and that's not a bad problem to have if you're Seattle, because you have 3 solid quarterbacks. Because Tavares Jackson, he's been inconsistent, but he hasn't been that bad.
He's still starter material.
He could start on any other team in the NFL. Yeah. Not any, but ones with quarterback question marks. Yeah. Definitely. So, we still have 2 preseason weeks remaining, so we'll have to see how quarterbacks like that who are competing with others, see how they do. Yeah. Oh, one last thing. Let's talk about the New York Jets. Yeah. While we're talking about competition, Tebow and Sanchez, they've both been pretty bad in their first 2 preseason games.
Yeah, I think what it is it's Sanchez taking the Tebow hype and not, and it's kind of being like a stressful thing for him.
Getting to his head.
Yeah, I think it's getting to him that his job could be taken right away or could be taken later on down the line. Tebow is Tebow. I mean, he can suck, but when it comes game time, he can be good. Yeah. No one really knows. He's not doing well. He's doing actually pretty horrible, running backwards, 15 yards before getting sacked. It makes no sense. But, I mean, he can have his time in the season and do good. So, Sanchez needs to step it up and be flawless through the rest of this preseason.
If he wants to keep his job, he needs to.
And the beginning of the season, he needs to be on point with his throws, or else that job's gone. And once it's Tebow's, it's going to be Tebow's, because Tebow's going to pull out what he did in Denver.
Yeah, and then Sanchez will be finding a new home.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've both been pretty bad. But I think a lot of that is on the offensive line, because I saw a little bit of the game, and not just one of them, both of those quarterbacks were running for their lives. That's why Tebow got sacked 4 times. Sanchez threw an ugly pick 6. They were pressured all day. So we'll have to see what goes on with all these competitions, and yeah, looking forward to the start of the regular season. That about sums up this episode of 3P Sports. Once again, I'm Dustin.
I'm Rob.
And be sure to click the football to subscribe. Right here to watch our previous episode, and right here to watch the one before that. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/3P Sports. Follow us on Twitter at official3PS. Leave a comment below on what you think about all this quarterback stuff going on.
Yeah, and ask any questions too.
Ask some questions. We'll answer it. Answer anything. And we'll be back soon.
Alright, see you guys.
Later.